between.
There could have been a hilarious funny match. Should we like get him actor or something? Because this is gonna be wrapped up after this set and another one. And not Crownless. Insomniac with the nice no regrets. Oh wait, no, I have it reversed. Or no, who is Marth? Okay, so I didn't have it reversed. I was confused because I know I've seen Insomniac be a Cloud player for a while.
Cloud seems to be the character of the season. I have no clue why.
I feel like this season that was different. I think Marth is the player of the season. Everyone's playing Marth.
Oh, I meant to say Marth. Sorry.
Did you? Okay, yeah. Then you are 100% correct about that because everyone is using Marth. I think Zone is using Marth now.
What caused the increase of Marth slightly?
I think he's not that hard to use, and he could kill really early with the spacing. So if you could get any semblance of spacing, and if you're like a decent player, like you could kind of.
By now, everyone has pretty good spacing.
Counter. That was nice. Yeah,
playing this game for as long as they have.
Especially if you're someone who did use Cloud. Like spacing was pretty important for Cloud, so really just going to Marth is not that big of a deal.
Ooh, nice.
Wow, that was actually a really good use of limit. You don't always see that. That's smart. Heads up. Okay, so Lo, what did you forget? A Sharfer?
A what?
Oh, charger. Phone charger. Alrighty. Oh, you're out of here. That was quick. Do you know where you put it? Oh, phone charger? Is that it plugged in right over there?
The black one over there?
Is it a black phone charger, Law? Like it looks like a big block? And then a black cord coming out of it?
Well, while we're distracted by chargers.
Yeah, what's going on with this match? Next to the first melee setup. Alright. We'll definitely get it for you, no problem. And then it'll be here probably whenever you gotta get it. Suzu's aware. She's sitting right next to me. It's all good. And who just won? Oro just won.
Oro just got that with
far,
a nice up smash.
Alright, so we got the set at 2-0 right now for Oro. Oh, okay. That is it. Alright, so we got Cloud Dittos. This is the flashbacks of last season now.
Flashbacks of the last couple seasons. Cloud and Cloud, where you could barely tell which Cloud is which. Honestly, you know, like, I'm normally against texture hacks for tournaments, but man, does Cloud need them.
He kind of needs them. His skins are just, like, I don't know why they all look the same. Like, why do they look the same?
Like, I get that this is easy for the players to keep track of, but we blink once, and...
There's so many colors they could have just used randomly. I don't know if that's like a Square Enix thing where they're like, we better not give our characters.
Well, you saw how little music tracks they gave them as well.
Yeah, that's a shame.
There's many great tracks Final Fantasy has.
Yeah, there's no shortage of good Final Fantasy tracks. That much is certain. Alrighty. So, good down smash. We just saw him rolling a ton. Ooh, that was really hard. Oh, alright, and then there's the forward smash. So, Insomniac's up, though. He's got to be really careful with what he does, because it doesn't take that much for Cloud to rack up damage on other Cloud.
Oro has really interesting spacing with a lot of his stuff.
I've noticed. I don't know. That might be a thing if it's like he uses a lot of characters, so maybe he just like spaces things differently. But at the end of the day, I just don't really know. I think you're right though. Oop.
Meanwhile, I'm seeing a lot of questionable moves from Insomniac.
Yeah, it looks like he's
Well-
just a little, like, gets a little overzealous for the kill. It's the kind of thing where you gotta take a deep breath and sort of just, you know, be patient with the match.
Man, those 3DSs are loud. I can hear Pokemon all the way from
Yeah,
here.
wow. You sure can. I was wondering what I was hearing. Of course, it's Krallis' 3DS. Naturally. Alright, so... Marth Dittos. Okie doke.
And now
Yeah,
we time
so-
travel back to this season.
It's so funny because I was saying this earlier, how
Let's-
the grand finals at that Rutgers Fireside Open a few weeks ago, Marth Ditto. Like, what? Grand finals, 80-man tournament, we got a Marth
Were you
Ditto.
around for the early meta? A lot of people did not think Marth was that great during the start.
He wasn't, because before they
I mean,
buffed
yeah,
him,
there was
he
just both.
terrible. His down air was, like, abysmal. Like, it had, like, 1,000,000 frames of end lag, and, like, there was no redeeming qualities of him. I think he was bottom tier, actually. I think they had him in, like, F tier at one point. Which is pretty nuts, because now he definitely, like, he has good matchups against all of the top tier players. Like, he might not necessarily be top tier himself, but he has good matchups against top tiers.
This meta's ever changing, and I have no clue where it's ever going. There's a lot of interesting stuff that goes on.
This is the fun part about it. I don't know where it's going to settle, if it'll settle, because it might just keep traveling as people learn how to use characters differently. And then you have, like, the counter pick meta, which really just changes that whole thing. So then the characters become a lot less important. And then it's a more player-based, but, you know, so there's a lot of room for growth, that's for certain.
Now that the patches have stopped, knock on wood, we're pretty much reaching an ever-evolving meta with the same patch.
Do you think, though, the Switch is going to have any patches? Do you think that's going to happen?
I'm really mixed on the idea.
That was really cool, that down air into forward smash. But I'm a little mixed myself. I wouldn't hate for the game to stay the same, but I have a feeling they're gonna add characters. It's free money.
As a TO, I personally do not want Smash Switch to happen because my wallet will cry.
Well, honestly though, everyone kind of brings their own systems and can kind of play anywhere. Like, I don't know. I kind of wonder what's gonna happen. I have no idea. Yes! It's gonna be weird.
Oh! Let's
go! Oh my God!
iNSOMNIAC with the
hype.
pop-off there.
This is an unexpected Game 5 from Marth Dittos, and that was a pretty fast match. We were so busy talking about Smash Switch and meta, and then before I knew it, Marth forward smash. Alright, so...
In before Smash Switch happens and they cut cube support.
Yeah, right? That would be a heartbreaker for pretty much everyone except for me, because I like the Pro Controller. Now, the thing, the Pro Controller is not going to be compatible, so I'll just have to learn how to use a Switch controller.
Have you seen the Switch Pro Controller? It looks very similar to an Xbox One controller.
I'm okay with that. I will be honest with you, I love my Pro Controller. I love using it to play. I think it's a great controller.
It definitely looks like a fantastic controller, but of course, these controllers that people have grown up with years, people don't want to make that switch.
I think it's okay, because you're talking to someone who, like, when I played Brawl, I used the Wii mode. I used the recent controller. So,
I
like, that's
actually
what you're
used
dealing with here, but...
the Wii Pro controller, Classic Controller
Oh,
Pro, back in Project M era.
Yeah, one of the 6 controllers they had. What was it? They had the Wii, then the Wiimote, then the Wiimote plus Nunchuck, and then they had like the classic controller, then they had like a regular controller. What a mess.
The Classic Pro was great, but all the wireless interference I had with that, not a fun time.
Not at all.
So, this is looking
even.
very
This is super even.
down to the percent.
This is a super even match. This is where the delay comes in. I saw a jump before I saw it happen on the stream. It looked like Oro was trying to get him...
This really comes down to the battle of spacing.
Well, sure, because if iNSOMNIAC could get rid of this first stock right now, like Oro's stock right now, either one of these guys could get a nice tipper forward smash at mid% and just win. It's kind of crazy, but that's the fun part about Martha. Ooh, that was actually almost really good. That was a B reversed neutral B.
Very bad counter there.
Yeah, not the best counter. So.
Insomniac looks like he got this.
I don't know. It's confusing. But yeah.
Now I understand going for style, but
Yeah, that was not the time for it. Is that what that was?
I mean, he
think
went for a
so.
dare.
You know what it is? All right, so was that Insomniac?
That was Insomniac.
Insomniac wins. All right, right on, dude. So we got the last match coming up. It's going to be Insomniac and Crownless King. Insomniac's going to be looking to ride that wave.
Insomniac, do you need a little